This is on. So I'm crying right now because I'm gonna recommend a book, and it's called Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. And in this story, it kind of gives a good description of the world, right? How like a lot of what the people talk about and are fed comes from like people in such powerful positions in life, right? We could think of like wealthy billionaires or whatever. And these people, a lot of them are either in charge of things that have been created or they have created these like large industries themselves. And that's like a lot of the talk of the town. And then eventually like the world the world is like being built still, right? This is like the early 1900s or 1800s or something. And it's like there are like railroads and like steel buildings and like steel like it's a lot of different like industries now. Like, this is kind of like the talk of the town. Like if I'm gonna compare it to right now, like an example, Tesla or Apple, their products are like high in demand. HP, you got Microsoft, you got all these different products, right? Things that we talk about every single day. Oh, what stocks are going this? What things that are like fucking trendy? It was kind of like that back then, and the world ended up going like downhill at a certain point when the people in charge no longer cared about what was being created. Rather, they cared about the money that was being like put in their pockets. Like, okay, they started thinking about like profit wise and started seeing people as like incompetent and not being able to really think for themselves, and they started kind of like hypnotizing people. And eventually like the people who did think, the people who genuinely wanted to create just to for the sake of helping humanity, they kind of had to like dip. They were like, oh no, we gotta go, we gotta skedaddle, we gotta kind of join together and leave these people, leave the earth to fall to ruin. Because if they think that they're gonna use our mind for this, fuck no. Fuck no, this is not what we signed up for. And eventually that's what happened. And eventually in the end, they came back. And they were the ones who had to recreate the earth because a lot of people had left. A lot of people had kind of like dipped, quit their jobs. A lot of people just leaving, boom. Just like that, a great collapse. And I cried a little bit thinking about it, like Atlas Shrugged. Like, think about who Atlas really is. The man who literally for fucking thousands, millions of years holds the earth on his back, right? Think about it, like this guy, think about it. If you're a human, you've died, your family has just been telling you about this. This guy will never give up on you, right? The world, like, don't like nothing bad could ever happen, which happened in the book. And eventually he shrugged. He said, fuck this. He said, oh. And eventually the world was like, whoa, what is going on? Like the world somehow seemed as if it was going to chaos. So if you really think about the similarities of this, it's a pretty good way to think about it. And eventually, yeah, he shrugged. World thought, oh shit, they gave up on us. And eventually, maybe Atlas was kind of just tired for a second. Maybe for a second. For a second, he was probably like crying or some shit, just thinking like, fuck, bro. Like, I really gotta like hold on to the earth. I care about the people, but at the same time, I know that, you know, some people just really don't have the best intentions. So for a second, like that weight on his shoulder, he was kind of like, fuck, what if? What if I just threw the earth off of me? And I was like, fuck that for a second. What if I did that? But somehow, some way, like some entity, we could call it God, was like, nah, Atlas, keep that shit on you, bro. Just find a way. And he was like, all right, let's do it. Yeah, that was a quick summary. I just wanted to share it. I was crying right now thinking about that, and I felt like that was something worth sharing. The book was so long, like over 30 hours, 40 hours, just audible reading that, listening to it while I was like at work or something, anywhere. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. You have a blessed day.